This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Washington football team and the Detroit Lions. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Goff now looking to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Goff. He'll get that complete to Hunter Bryant, the tight end. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Chambers. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Chambers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only two rookies doing 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Chambers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Chambers. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. So now here's the former Lion, Matt Prater, on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Prater's kick is good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Goff on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Goff now looks to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2nd and 8 coming up. Operating from the gun, Chambers. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Chambers. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Gibson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Goff.
And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
52's the mic, boys. 52. I got wide. Bang, 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 bang. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the gun. Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll make it 2nd down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Check safety. Watch out. Super.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 39, Goff. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Pick it up.
Back to throw, Goff.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
52's the Mike.
Play action. It's gone. That is caught. It's Dante Pettis. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
They'll run with Swift.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
He's going to go up top again. They've got his man complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
First down, Washington.
A final shot before break. Chambers escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because A lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Romeo Okwara. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Gone. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Chambers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is taken at the 15. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jonathan Allen, his second sack of the night. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
To try again after the sack. Goff, and he fires one incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Goff now to throw. Dancing to his left. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go again with Gibson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Chambers. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
He's checking. Hold on. Check. Yo,
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 72 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing. in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Go off a handoff here to Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down, highlight, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Chase Young
able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Throwing on 1st down, Chambers. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Chambers. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Chambers slings this deep from McLaurin. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Chambers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. And now all of a sudden, the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
On 1st down, Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Once more, Gibson.
Bust through the tackle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
third down. Here's Gibson.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Goff. Flush to, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Chase Young
in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. One last throw here for Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball